Trying to center now, Trotcha. Bothered recently by a back problem, but back in the lineup tonight. Trotcha battling, and Langway really hit him into the board. And Trotcha trying to fight back at Langway. Puck is still in play. Here is Bossy. And over to hit him comes Adams, and we have had some hits. Pettersson gets it to Howard. Brent Sutter takes him, and now Boyd flipping it up. Wayne Sutter is leveled by a check by John Barrett. And the hitting has been ferocious.
Washington Capitals, who are really making the Islanders pay the price.
Billy Smith letting it be known that they don't like Dennis Potvin being pushed around. That's the thing. As we're going to take a look here, he gives a little out right on the ankle on Franchisetti.
Here's Conroy, number 33 for New York. He's upended by Stevens. And Boyd, a lead pass to Bossy in the clear. He scores! Beating it in on the wing, centered out in front. And the rookie Steve Leach. Now they score! Hatcher from the point. Here's Lachlan. Trying to center. Trotcha knocks it away. Capitals trying to work it in front. Lachlan gets it to the front of the net, trying to jam it in. Now Hatcher a shot. Just deflected away. And then Carpenter and Potvin get their sticks up. And now Potvin and Franciscetti get into it. Lou Franciscetti and Dennis Potvin.
This all started in front of the net when Carpenter and Potvin got in it. Franciscetti's more of the fighter type than Carpenter. And this is what happened. Here it is. Oh, look at the cross-check. Carpenter, they're running at Potvin. I think he's losing his patience. He was going to go after Carpenter and then thought better of it. Now there they meet again. And Franciscetti finally got into it. And so Potvin is on his way out, and we'll get penalties issued here.
Delayed penalty coming up. Here's a shot. Smith a save. Puck is finally corralled by the Islanders, and now in front of the net. Here we go.
Well, Bourne came in that time and leveled. Was it Leach in front? Or no, it was Barrett who was in there. And boy, we're on the verge of having some major problems here. Myers now, I think, is going to toss a couple of them. Now here's Barrett. Here's the issue in front of the net. There's the slash. Now coming into the picture from behind Barrett. There it is. Boom. He'll then level Barrett. Change the atmosphere on this hockey team, and they're going to be very useful, especially come playoff time.
Rink wide to Bourne. Hatcher is there to break that up. Kevin Hatcher can't clear it. The Islanders have two men in there forechecking. Now it comes to Potvin at the point. Now here we go with Hatcher. Pounding away at Bob Bourne. Hatcher and Bourne fight away.
Well, Hatcher got after him right away, and when he did so, he nailed Bourne with about 4 punches right at the outset. Bourne came back, getting credit for some of that. Hatcher's a big guy, and he wasn't going to put up with too much.
You couldn't feel that coming at all, could you, Dave?
Oh, boy. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm sitting up here now.
I think I just saw a spear, which may have started some of that problem. Hatcher threw a spear at Bourne, but look at that right hand by Hatcher.
I often sat and watched those fights as a player and stood far enough away so I wouldn't get hit with a stray one. And it's the battles like those that are really something. It's part of the game, obviously, and to pontificate anything on that aspect of the game is incidental because it is a part of the game. And Kevin Hatcher.
Now Bourne trying to get into it with some of the spectators off to the side of the penalty box.
Security guard in there trying to settle things down, but whatever got Bourne started, maybe the fan threw something. Well, the fans here have really become something in this city. They have now had 11 sellouts this year, and it looks like the rest of the way it's going to be sellout or very close to it. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Now, Bourne is sitting there, and I don't see anything being thrown at him. Yes, something must have been thrown at him because he started to brush himself off. Yeah, it's verbal all the way. So, anyway, one of those games, Dan.
Leach can't get going. Here's Clark Gillies. He's upended on a hip check by Stevens. Capitals clear it to center. Christian in on left wing to Francis Getty. That's knocked away by Boyd, and then Trottier there to shoot it away, and going back is Murphy for the Caps. He's forechecked by Gillies. Murphy takes another hit. Clearing it, Janssen held it in. Janssen centers to Gillies, to Flatley, shoots, he scores! Flatley, number 26 from the slot, and the Islanders have a 2-1 lead. Carpenter trying to get around Dineen to Craig Laughlin. Gets it in front. Smith out to Scrawl. And gets some help there from Potvin now. Potvin trying to push back at one of the Capitals.
Well, you can see that Potvin has flat out lost his temper now. He has figured he's paid enough of a price for what was a... Oh, Billy Smith's into it now. Well, there'll be a penalty for leaving the crease here. But I don't know what else will be happening. Oh, look at this. And now that is Stevens, who just wailed in there and nailed Smith. Now Smith, by coming out of his crease, becomes the extra man in all of this. And sometimes you'll see the goaltender at the other end come down and join the fray, but Peters is staying in his crease. Now, I think what Peters is saying is, with Smith leaving the crease, there probably will be an extra penalty. This is coming with 16 seconds left in the period, by the way. But Billy Smith went out there and he nailed somebody over the top.
I think it was Howard that he nailed.
And that brought in Stevens from the blue line.
Well, Billy Smith, again, not to go on a topic that most people haven't discussed, but Billy Smith at his finest, upholding a reputation that he's worked well enough to establish, takes a pop at Hayworth, and that's what brought Stevens in from the blue line more than anything, obviously. It's just, it certainly has gotten a little out of hand as Billy Smith, with that forever sinister grin. I always felt that he should have a couple of feathers sticking out of his mouth like the cat who swallowed the bird.
It looks like it there. There's no advertising on it anyway. Now here's Billy at his best. Now Potvin's in the middle of the play there, as you see. Smith is down. Now Billy is going to get up. Well, we'll just watch Billy here. Number 31. Just standing there innocently. Well, now he's going to rough somebody up. Now that glove, and I hate to see that. You're going to do any of that stuff, drop the glove. Now over the top, he's going to still go on a little bit here because he lifted it over the top and belted Howard, I guess it was.
That
with
is
the glove
Howard.
there it is. And there's Stevens. Well, there'll be a few people saying, good for you, Scott Stevens. Billy Smith, not the most popular guy in the world. But one thing about it, Billy Smith's always fought his own battles out there, too.
Number 5, New York, Dennis Potvin, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 35, Rich Crom, 2 minutes for roughing. Number 31, Bill Smith, 5 minutes for fighting and a game misconduct.
So Billy Smith is gone. Potvin looks for Bossy, has him in the clear. He scores!
For the shot at the net there, lost control right at the goal mouth area.
Now Bob Myers, the referee, is not flying.
Bit of a rough go up against the boards here as Adams went moved.
Maybe that's why Adams got the penalty.
There's
on that
the
last
recall.
That doesn't look like holding to me.
And on the boards for Howard, behind it up to Pedersen. To Howard, he scores! Here's Carpenter shooting, Rudy the save, then Pedersen knocked down, and there'll be a penalty here to Washington. Pedersen, a great puck handler. Side of the net to Adams, and Rudy with a glove in midair to pick that up. And now Dineen getting into it with one of the Capitals.
Well, what a save by Rudy. He was falling down, and he was going down on his back. He just snapped it out of midair.
Laneway was there defensively. Back is Adams for Washington. And he's rocked by a check by Dwayne Sutter. Cleared it near the Islander line. And Sutter comes up with the puck. And now we have a fight going. Francis Getty and Dennis Potvin.
Well, Potvin just hasn't got any more patience, and Francis Getty gave him a cheap shot. I don't blame Denny for this one. He just turned around and went right after him. Dave, you saw it all the same as I did. You're looking across the ice, and there's just been too much of that. It was a clean check. that took Gustafsson out of the game. It was not a bad check at all, and he's just been taking too many shots.
He certainly has, and this is not a case at all where he is involved. Potvin was just turning up ice. Franceschetti two-handed him one, and Potvin really just turned back more to say something to him, and Franceschetti just did it.
The officials are having a heck of a time separating Dennis Potvin and Lou Franceschetti.
Let's see if they can get separated here without any further of this stuff. Franceschetti just doesn't want to let go, does he? Jerry Gauthier now pushing him away.
Now they are separated. 15-13 to play. The Auditors still with a one-goal lead. Now here's Bourne. Auditors with the power play. Bourne, stick handling in, centered. Brent Sutter scores! He blocked and he scores! With Dennis Potvin to Bourne. Bourne is double teamed. Now Gould in to work on Potvin. In comes Pedersen. And now Gould and Potvin get each other in a headlock.
Asking for the next dance here of some sort.
A loveless embrace, as they say. Potvin is just, you can tell he's had enough.
Controlled by Brent Sutter. Here's Gould for Washington. Couldn't get a shot up. Now Stevens took a hit but got it into the corner. In is Pedersen to take the knee out. Now Potvin gets into it back to the goal. Play going right on as Stevens and Potvin rough it up.
He tried to lift the net off the moorings. Now, I don't know if that means anything, or maybe it was just the ensuing yelling at the referee.
Yeah, I saw that myself, and I was wondering whether they were going to give him something, but he went right to the corner of the net, and they were breaking out. He was trapped, and he tried it. We can go farther enough on this. Now he's at the side of the net. Now, here he grabs the net. There it is, and then he was pulled away by Potvin, but the misconduct may be that. Rod Langway's down there discussing it.
I don't think he got the misconduct for that. I think he got it for perhaps a few adjectives he used after that. They're really giving it to Jean.
The 2 seconds. What the Capitals hope is it's almost 3.
And Sutter wins the faceoff. This game is over. And the Islanders defeat Washington 4-3.